Here we go again, talking about Benjamin Sesko once again. I think we're going to be talking about them still for another 1 week or 2 weeks, unfortunately. According to Mirror Football via Sky Sports, Arsenal are growing frustrated with Benjamin Sesko, and negotiations are now not going smoothly due to his wage demands. Now, I don't know how accurate these reports are, but I would say around 3 weeks ago, I was like, it's going to be Sesko 70%, it's going to be Gyokeres 30%. But as of now, it's looking that like Gyokeres is still a possibility. It's still a very, very big possibility, especially if Sesko doesn't really want to join us that much. I feel as of now, I have this feeling because of all the news that we've been hearing, it's looking like Gyokeres wants to join Arsenal more than Sesko. Now, I don't know if it's Sesko giving this information or his agent trying to push for a deal, because we've had things like Sesko wanting a release clause in his contract. Having a release clause means that he's looking at Arsenal like, okay, I'm going to come to Arsenal, but I'm going to play for like 1 or 2 years, and then if Real Madrid or Barcelona come for me, I'm going to leave. That is not what we're looking for. The main reason why the team actually wants to sign you is because you're young and you're going to be here for a long period. So if you come to us and you play for 1 or 2 years, that does not make sense. So that is not going to be, or that's going to work. Arsenal not going to accept a release clause, and then Sesko ends up staying for 1 year or 2 years only. That does not make sense. But the fact that we've been hearing that he wants that in his contract, I don't know if it's him or his agent, one of them. If it's Sesko who wants a release clause in his contract, then that is a problem. That means he's not very, very sure about spending too much time at Arsenal. He'd want to move on after that. And the wage demands, we're also hearing from him and his agent, and we're also hearing that Leipzig keep on increasing the money and all that. So the Benjamin Sesko deal is looking very complicated as well. I still feel like Arsenal really wants Sesko. I think if you had to put both Sesko and Gyokeres 50 million, I think Arsenal would go for Sesko. Even if you put them 60 million, Arsenal would go for Sesko. I think that would be the case. But if there's any changes in terms of the pricing and the wage demands, and if he doesn't want that release clause in his contract, then maybe Arsenal are going to go for him. But we were told around 2 weeks ago that Arsenal are going to go for the one that offers a better structure in terms of the finances. So wages, agent fees, how much you're going to pay for them, how long the contract will be. We are going to decide between Gyokeres and Sesko. So I said I'm expecting 70% Sesko, 30% Gyokeres, but it might be closer than that. It might be 60% Sesko, 40% Gyokeres as of now. But let's see. I still know most people want Gyokeres, so still a possibility. Hopefully, it doesn't end up we don't end up losing out on both of them. As of now, none of them has gone to any other team. We are going into July. That is interesting. I thought the moment the season would end like this, Gyokeres would leave immediately, but we are going to July, and I don't think I've had anyone apart from Arsenal and Man United wanting Gyokeres, and Sesko as well. Maybe a couple of teams haven't really had and unless people are waiting for Arsenal to try and push the prices down for them to jump in, because I am sure if you say Gyokeres is available for 50 million right now, you're going to hear Bayern Munich one team, you're going to hear Arsenal one team, Chelsea one team, Liverpool one team. I don't think it's just going to be there in the market and no one wants him at all. No, I don't care which league he plays in. Teams will want him. You cannot score 100 goals in 2 years and then you get ignored. I don't think that is going to be the case. But according to reports, Arsenal are growing frustrated with Benjamin Sesko, and negotiations are now not going smoothly due to his wage demands. So that is interesting. The Sesko one is looking very complicated. Let's see how it goes. So again, I'm sure you're going to be talking about Sesko and Gyokeres tomorrow. If you have more updates, we probably will have. So let's go to the next piece of news, and that is Thomas Partey. Today is 23rd of June, 1 week away from the end of the month. By this time next week, we are going to know whether Partey is going to be an Arsenal player or not. So no, not long to decide. Not long to decide whether it's the team that is going to offer him a new more wages, or is it going to be Partey settling for what has been offered, or is it going to be Partey deciding to go to Saudi Arabia? Is it going to be Partey deciding to move to Barcelona or someone if one of those teams are serious on getting him? Let's see. Now, what is the latest on Thomas Partey? We are hearing that Thomas Partey will hold face-to-face talks to Mikel Arteta this week. Arsenal will not increase their contract offer to Partey. However, the offer is still on the table and he has not rejected it. As it stands, it is 90% that Partey leaves Arsenal. That is quite high. 90% is quite high. So Arsenal not going to increase the offer. So we can put that on the side. Arsenal not going to give him more than 200,000 or something like that. That is not going to happen. What about Partey accepting what is on the table already? So they've said he's not rejected it yet, but he has been looking at different options for sure. If he's not signing it yet and he's not rejected it yet, he's just saying, okay, just leave it there. Let me see what else I can do. Let me see which other teams want me, and then after that, if nothing concrete comes in for me, then I'll come and sign the new deal. Now, we also don't know whether the new deal is going to be 1 year or 2 years. Personally, I would have given him 1 year. Some people would have given him 2 years. I don't know what Arsenal are going to give him. I feel like Arsenal are going to give him like a year, like we do the Jorginho, 1 more year. So again, for Thomas Partey, let's see what happens this week. It's a crucial week. Now we're heading into July. Players are going to go to Spain at the beginning of next month to start pre-season training. A few of the players who are coming back early. So there's not too much time to decide. Gabriel has already signed his new contract. We already know that us are trying to push for the contracts of Saka and Saliba as well. And I don't even know what the situation is with Trossard. That has gone quiet as well. Lewis Kelly signed a new contract as well. We are waiting for Nwaneri too. So I think if Partey doesn't sign anytime soon, Arsenal will try to move to the other players very, very quickly, the Sakas and Salibas, because we love Partey, but the first player that needs to get a new contract is, of course, it's right now it's Partey because it's ending, but the player that has to stay at Arsenal without even negotiate, it has to be Saka. Saka has to get a new contract very, very soon before it gets anywhere close to even expiring together with Saliba. And then let's see what happens with Partey and Trossard as well. So Thomas Partey meeting this week. Let's see how it goes. What about Zinchenko? Now, that is the poll that is in the chat if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on replay, just comment down below. If you're watching on Facebook, just comment down below. How much do you think we should be getting for Zinchenko? Yesterday, we talked about Martinelli. Most of you said 60 million, 50 million, around there. But how much should you be getting for Zinchenko? He only has 1 year remaining on his contract. This is the latest reports. AC Milan sporting director Igli Tare has held talks with representatives of Alexander Zinchenko. Milan appreciates the player and could close a deal for a figure under 20 million euros. 20 million euros. 20 million euros. Isn't that like 13 million? Let me calculate that in pounds. 20 million euros. That sounds very, very cheap. Very, very cheap. Let's see how much that is. 17 million. That is 17 million pounds that AC Milan are offering Arsenal. 17 million for Zinchenko. Do you think we should be accepting that, or do you think we should be rejecting that? Should we be trying to get more than 20 million? Or are you even happy for us to get less than 17 million? You just want him to leave. You just need that money. How much should you be getting for Zinchenko? 17 million. I'd be going above 20, man. We need to stop selling our players for this chip. I'm telling you right now, the same Zinchenko who has not been that great defensively, the same Zinchenko who hasn't really been playing that much recently, the same Zinchenko has been having injuries here and there. This same Zinchenko, if he was playing for Liverpool right now, this same Zinchenko, if he was playing for Man City again right now, they would be selling him for 35, 40 million. Why are we getting 17 million? So he has 1 year remaining on his contract. I know that. I know age-wise, Zinchenko is not that old, though. Zinchenko, let's see. Yeah, he's still. Zinchenko is 28. Zinchenko is right now. He should be in his prime. Like, he's still 2 years to go before he gets to 30. So this should be above 20 million. This should not be anything to do with 17 million, man. I know it's not the best defensively, but when it comes to getting into midfield and controlling the ball and passing through the lines and all that, he's still very good at that. He's still an international player who plays for his country. So we need to stop undervaluing players like that, players like Kiwi and Zinchenko who play for their countries every single game. You need to be selling them for substantial money. There's reasons why they play for their teams. And you also have to look at the fact that he's played for both Man City and Arsenal in the league. He has experience of the league. Yes, he's not really won something with us, but he's a winner from before with the teams that he used to play for. So this should be 20 million plus. We need to stop undervaluing our players. Gyokeres says 25 plus 5 million. Coco says you have to reject it. Zinchenko should not be less than 25 million. I think I agree. I think I agree with that. Also, is very poor at selling. Let's hope Barca changes that. I can see a couple of 15 million, 20 million. So hopefully we do get more than 20 million, let's not end up getting 12 million. I'm sure we signed him for like 35 million. Let's not end up getting like have a 20 million loss or something after 2 years. Let's not do that. So I don't think we should be doing that.